Alright guys, welcome back, and today we have Agatha all along episode 6, Familiar by Thy Side. The last episode ended with the big reveal of Teen's true identity as Billy Maximoff / Billy Kaplan / Wiccan, so I can't wait to see where it goes from here. This is also the longest episode of the season so far, so let's check it out. Okay. So I believe we're seeing the life of Billy Kaplan right now. I'm just going to get this out of the way now that you guys were very helpful in the comments to my mid-season trailer reaction where you pointed out that the most likely thing that happened and like what explains that whole car scene with Billy calling out to his mom before the crash is that we're seeing Billy Kaplan right now. And, like, that's who's looking up at the hex. And then, like, after the car crash, his mom, like, maybe they both even die in the car crash. But then, as the hex is destroyed, the soul of Billy Maximoff goes into Billy Kaplan. So, like, even though Wanda, like, created Billy and Tommy, they weren't technically real. But, like, Wanda has the ability to warp reality. I mean, that's what the hex was. So, even if the bodies weren't really real and they kind of just, like, disappeared, their souls are very much real. And when the hex was destroyed, Billy and Tommy's souls went off into other bodies. So that means Tommy's soul is also probably out there somewhere, too. Nice! Palm readings. It's Lilia.
Welcome to the Curious.
No way, it actually is. So she doesn't remember him?
This journey will be one of great transformation and...
Oh!
I wouldn't worry.
Huh?
The tower reversed.
What are these damn visions she's having?
Enjoy the now. It's the only thing that's certain.
You never know when you might get in a car crash and then obtain the soul of a Maximoff child. Huh.
We've just been informed there's something happening with the anomaly in Westview. Everybody needs to...
Oh boy. Oh, this is cool.
It looks like it's getting smaller.
Mom! Look out!
Ooh! Oh! Why was that truck on the wrong side of the road, though? She's alive. He's alive. But is he dead?
William!
Oh, no!
Tommy!
Oh!
You're gonna be okay. Are you okay? Is he breathing?
Oh! What?
Please don't fight.
What do you mean?
We're not fighting.
Oh.
That's probably just the smell from the hospital.
The dog knows.
Just give me my son back.
Okay.
Stop worrying!
Oh. Black cauldron, nice. Nice shot, got him in both mirrors. Okay.
I'm just gonna say, William Kaplan, I love you.
Oh, he's hearing their thoughts. That's what's happening there.
Because I love you too.
You love me too.
I love you. Period.
If you're not William Kaplan, who are you?
Billy Maximoff. We have the same name, coincidentally. Jen!
See, those are runes.
Ah.
I did find this guy on Reddit. He used to live there.
Must be true. It's Nick Fury.
You must be Bonerific 69.
Just call me Ralph. Randall. Call me Randall.
Thanks for coming.
Wait, what? No way, Ralph Boner!
Wanda Maximoff.
You want to hear this or not, Bob? It was not a good time.
Do you...
Man.
anything else of note?
No. Please don't ask about Agatha Harkness. Please don't ask about Agatha Harkness.
Agatha Harkness?
What do you know about Agatha Harkness?
Oh, come on, man! Who? Freaking witch who F your shit up, alright?
Okay.
Amateur hour.
Wait, Mr. Bonerific!
Agatha hijacked my life! God damn it!
Oh.
I was a terrible influence on Wanda and Vision's kids.
Oh.
And I poisoned a dog.
No, Sparky.
What were their names?
Billy. And Tommy.
Oh.
It's a little speedster. And his mind-reading brother. After that, I cut and run. Left my entire Blu-ray collection behind. They can keep my Bowflex. You seriously do not know what kind of crazy that lady eats for breakfast.
Woo.
Except cash, or I give you half-off tickets to my one-man show in Paramus.
Man, what a performance by Evan Peters, man. That was great.
He had to go home.
Oh man, I made that pot roast you like so much. I even made the potatoes in the air fryer. They're super crispy.
Mmm.
Psychological horror.
I got homework to do.
Pass up some horror for homework? What's wrong with you? Water, earth, and air. Nothing like a good cliche Google search. Oh, damn. Ah. See you at the end. Uh-huh. Here we go.
Release spell. Requires an important personal item.
So that's why he was in her house. Blackheart.
So, has a suspect been seen in the last 24 hours?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh my god, that hurt. Please don't call the police. I can't have a criminal record.
Hooligan?
That's not how it happened. What?
I do not want to poke the bear. No. No, you don't. No.
No, you do not.
No, I do not.
Do not want to poke.
You're right.
That
I do not want to poke the bear. The Witch's Road.
What road?
Oh my god. It's off. There you go.
Totally lying. Let's find out. What happened to her?
What are you talking about? These are just flowers.
Why are these events like out of sync and different? Was him getting hit by the car in like the interrogation room, was that all just like in Agatha's head and like part of the spell, like it was kind of like her own kind of show thing? Was none of that real? Was that just part of like Agnes of Westview? Was it not actually happening?
I'm Billy Maximoff.
Haha. Okay, we're back on the road. Let's go. I was worried we weren't gonna come back. Huh.
That was quite a debut.
I'll say.
I wasn't sure until you.
Well.
Nice to see you again, Billy. Life goes on. Yours, anyway. I mean, I've killed.
I'm not like you.
Where have I heard that before?
Mmm.
So you broke the rules. Big deal. That's what kept you alive. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you a witch. If we're gonna make it to the end.
But I don't need you anymore.
Ooh.
What does Billy Maximoff want at the end of the road?
That's the question.
Is it find Mama? What about Robo Papa? So who is left?
Tommy.
You're after Toby!
I can sense him, I just can't find him.
Yes.
Let's go find the next trial. Last one there is a nice person.
I'm not that nice.
Oh, damn. No! Okay, so a very exposition heavy episode, but like it just kind of filled in the gaps of what we've been wondering. Yeah, I said at the beginning, you guys figured this out in my mid-season trailer reaction. A bunch of you commented below, so thank you for that. But yeah, so Teen, his true identity was Billy Kaplan. Billy Kaplan died in that car crash, but when the hex was destroyed, Billy Maximoff's soul went into William Kaplan's body, which means that Tommy's soul is also out there somewhere, which is why Billy wanted to go on the Witch's Road in the first place. So basically this entire time, yeah, he's just been lying and putting a facade up for Agatha. And it seems that Lilia was responsible for the sigil, because I think that's what she wrote on like that piece of wood that Billy was carrying around and then eventually crushed, which I think was like symbolizing him like breaking the sigil. And that would also explain why Lilia doesn't remember him, because the witch who cast the sigil doesn't remember doing it. Because she read his palm and like knew his future and what was going to happen, so like she just did that to kind of like protect him in a way. And we got to see his like mind reading powers as well. But they also made a point to show that like he can't fully control his powers yet. So it's like the reason it like came out at the end of last episode, because he was just like enraged with Agatha. So over the course of these last 3 episodes, he'll probably learn to control it more. So this entire time, he knew that he had this power. He just wasn't letting it out until the end of last episode. And now that Agatha knows, that's going to make things really interesting going forward. And also, I mean, Lilia and Jen aren't dead, right? They can't be, because I mean, yeah, we see them in the mid-season trailer. We saw them; they come back. I mean, Agatha survived, so obviously they could have. Also unclear if Alice is truly dead or not, because there was a shot of her in that mid-season trailer that I didn't think we'd seen before, but I could be wrong. I don't know why they'd put a shot of Alice. She was like laying on the ground. Why would they put a shot of her in the mid-season trailer if she wasn't going to come back, you know? Which we did see her in this episode as a police officer, so that's like just one of the jobs that she kind of like bounced around. And Jen selling her questionable fragrances. And I can't remember the boyfriend's name, but that was a cute little inclusion in there. I also loved that they brought back Ralph Boner. That was hilarious. It's so cringy if you go back and watch my WandaVision reaction, because I was so confused when Evan Peters showed up as Quicksilver, because I hadn't seen the X-Men movies at that point. But now I have seen all the X-Men movies and obviously know that Evan Peters played Quicksilver, so it's like if I had watched that now, I'd be like, holy shit, but like back then I was just like, huh? But I love that they brought him back, and he put on a really good performance for that, because like initially I didn't even realize it was him under like the makeup and like the facial hair and stuff like that. And speaking of good performances, Joe Locke, like this is no doubt going to be his breakout role, because he is great in this show. I also mentioned this briefly earlier, but like it was very odd the way events were playing out here, because this whole episode was from Billy's perspective, and not everything lined up exactly with like what happened in episode 1, which was like isolated to Agatha's perspective, which was like in like, if you remember, the intro of episode 1 was like that WandaVision like style of intro where it was like a true crime called Agnes of Westview, where it's like we were seeing that episode through the lens of Agnes, so it's like maybe not everything was really happening, because in this episode, in the chase, Billy just kind of runs into Mrs. Hart, whereas in episode 1 he gets hit by the car. And then same thing when like Agatha is interrogating him, where it's like instead of being in a room when Rio was there as well, it was just at her house, and like that's when when she showed him the pictures. So basically what I'm thinking in episode 1 was just like it was from Agnes's perspective, and therefore it was just kind of warped in a way where it's like that's not what actually happened, but that's what like Agnes was interpreting. We were just watching episode 1 through the lens of Agnes of Westview, not Agatha all along, if that makes sense. So 3 episodes left. Episode 7 next week, and then the 2-part finale, like right before Halloween. So that's going to be very awesome. But in these last few episodes, I mean, a lot I feel like has to happen, because there's still a lot of lingering things. Like, obviously, we just have the Witch's Road in general, and just like what's going to happen with, like, now that we know the identity of Billy Maximoff, and like, will we see Tommy in this show? Also, Mephisto, I really hope makes an appearance, because, I mean, they mentioned him back in episode 3, and I feel like it would be a really awesome payoff if he showed up. I mean, we've been wanting Mephisto since WandaVision, so, I mean, please. But also, there's the Nicholas Scratch thing, Agatha's son, which I'm sure will play a role if he's kind of, like, working with Mephisto or something like that. At this point, I don't know if we'll see Wanda, just because that's not Billy's motive. His motive is Tommy, not Wanda. So, I mean, I'm not saying it won't happen. It's still very possible for Wanda to come back. It's just maybe not at this point. It looks less likely now. But if there was a project to bring her back, it would be this one. But like, there's also the lingering thing with like Rio and Agatha. Like, what's gonna happen there? And it's like, and we haven't seen Rio since the trial last episode, because like when they all came outside and Billy revealed himself and like buried Agatha, Lilia, and Jen in like the mud, we didn't see Rio. Like, we don't know where she is or what she's doing. So we'll see what happens there. Rio is a very interesting character. Like, and like a lot of people are saying, which I'm inclined to agree with, that she is Death, maybe, like literal, like the entity, the being Death. And if that's the case, she's definitely like the most powerful witch, no doubt. But yeah, she's just such an odd character that's like such a wild card that it's like it's hard to tell what's gonna happen with her. Alright, so that's gonna do it for my reaction to Agatha All Along, episode 6, Familiar by Thy Side. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.